Hey, what's up, family? Relentless here. I wanted to give a quick update to my close friends and associates and the talented folks who have sort of sewn in to my agenda. And I'm talking about your actors, actresses, I'm talking about editors, I'm talking about all the folks that have worked with me, assistants, all of that. I appreciate you in ways that I can't and I won't express right now. But there will be a day where we come together and I'll do that. But what I want to talk about for all of you is I sort of want to update you about what is happening. What is happening? Why are things so seem so slow? Why don't you have a film out or a movie out or a this out or that out? You all, not all of you. There's some people that are extremely patient, but there are some people that are, you know, sort of impatient. And I want to address that, not the impatience, but I wanted to address what I'm doing. So there are people that put things out so hastily, so thirsty, and it looks so ratchet that it really sucks away at the real talent or the real possibilities behind the work. I've seen a lot of it. There is some BS up on Netflix that they sort of green lighted early because they needed black content. There is some BS on DVD. I've seen films with extremely gripping titles. I think it's something called The Assassin. I got to see it, but I got to look that up, and maybe I'll share that link earlier in the show notes. But let me say, I watched this film. And it was such an idea. It was a great idea. It was about this assassin. He kept meeting with this woman, and it was very low budget. And I get that. I understand that. I'm not hating on nobody with no budget because I'm the no budget king. Okay. But I watched this film that's up on Netflix that was on DVD, something like that. And I watched it, and there were some gunshots that I mean, riddled. This guy was riddled, or the scene was riddled with gunshots. And I watched and I stopped the video. I still framed it. And what I remember seeing was some Photoshop bullet holes in the wall, where the shots were fired, and perhaps it wasn't it wasn't like a rapid fire or a machine gun. Perhaps it was like 3 shots that came out, 4 shots, something like that. But the point is, there was an inconsistency. Like if there was 2 shots fired, there showed 3 bullet holes, or if there were 5 shots fired, it showed 1 bullet hole. I mean, there was some sort of inconsistency. I'd have to go back to the film. It was like 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago that I watched it. And honestly, I don't remember what the inconsistency was. But when I saw that, it just took away from the suspension of belief. And if you're in the field, if you're in the arts, if you're in filmmaking, you know that if you're an author, you know you have to suspend the belief systems of your viewer, the person that you're entertaining. And the moment you violate that, you lose. Sister Soldier did that. Loved the woman, loved her agenda, all that stuff. But the coldest winter ever totally violated the rules of engagement as it relates to um, suspending the belief systems of the reader. Um, they they allowed her, or she went ahead and she imported herself into the storyline. If anybody understands about perspective and point of view and again suspension of the belief systems of the reader, you know that's a no-no, that's a violation. And if you do it, it has to be so creatively done that it's not felt. And honestly, I really brushed past that. I decided not to, like, how can I say, let that wear on my sentiment, because I love the book, I love the woman, I want to see it succeed. But I'm talking about it now because it's very real, and I'm seeing a lot of ratchet shit being released and put out there, and the timing and the pacing is off, and they're talking about premieres and rap parties and all the key words that you use in filming, and and even red carpet this, and oh, it is just, it bores me to tears. It bores me to tears. I love it. I love that we're doing these things, that we're progressing, but are we really progressing? And that's my question to the industry. Are we really progressing? I hate being negative. I don't want to be negative, but I do want to keep it real. And some of the shit you guys are putting out is bullshit. The books that we're writing, so many people have come up to me and talked about books that have been written are straight bullshit. You got a great cover, you got a great storyline, you get into the book and the writer doesn't know how to write. Okay, so if you want an excuse, that's my excuse. I do not want to release subpar shit, because when I'm gone from this planet, when I'm no longer in physical form, in the physical existence, all that's going to be left of me is the stuff that I produce. And I want it to be, I want every medium of entertainment that I create to speak loudly and broadly and crisp, and I wanted to deliver in a major way that I am a force to be reckoned with. I was a force to be reckoned with. I made noise when I was here, and I made beautiful noise. I made wonderful noise. I made amazing noise. I made noise that packed a punch, that had impact, that wasn't ratchet. What do we mean by ratchet? Botched. That's what the fuck I mean by ratchet. It's botched. It's you do stuff and the sound is fucked up, the lighting is fucked up, the film, yeah, you got a great cameraman, but ultimately whoever edited the work screwed it up. So those are things that are of deep concern to me, and I want to make sure that I'm constantly doing the best work that I know how. I appreciate your time. And I hope I answered all your questions, and you all just stay tuned, because when it comes, it's coming, and it's going to pack a punch. It's going to be so amazing, and you're going to be looking for my next work. Stay tuned. Relentless Aaron on Relentless Radio, and I'm dropping the mic.
When I saw, rappers are endangered, I'm like, okay, my son's 18, he can rap music, I'm going to get this for him, and we chill. It's urban stuff. I read a little of The Jacket. I grew up with Donald Goines and Iceberg Slim and a lot of good inner city urban books. So, took it home, seized up, left your surprise on the table. Saw it. Then I went back and I looked at it, started reading The Jacket and the inside and the other books, and I was like, so I started reading, and I said, you know what? This kid ain't going back to college until the 19th. Let me just read some of it. So I started looking at it, and I said, let me take it to work with me. Took it to work with me, then I could put it down, and then my friends are like at work, like, yo, Don, you're not eating lunch? I'm like, no, leave me alone. And like, you going on break? I said, no. They're like, yo, man, you been sleeping and stuff, man? You've been with that book for a few days now. And I thought they wanted some of my stuff. I was like hiding it, and I couldn't sleep. I wasn't eating. When I was going home, and I would change, because I work at night, 10 to 6. I go change, see everybody, bye. And I run to the kitchen, and I take the book out. I'm like, just let me read a couple more pages, and I'm going to bed. Then I read a couple of it. I go upstairs. I lay in bed. I'm awake. I'm thinking about Justin and Portia and Candy and Ringo and this. Oh, the father. Oh, man, why do you put that in the rap? Why do you say that about the white suit? And I'm like feeling this. I said, man, this brother is deep. This brother's not a bookseller. This brother's a crack dealer. Because his work is like that. It's so addictive. I'm like, damn, I need a 12-step program now.
Relentless Radio. Thanks for listening, and check us out at relentlessaaron.net.